Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to be reading through the Honey privacy policy. For those unaware, Honey is a free browser add-on that is supposed to find you coupon codes. If you want to learn more about the rather shady business practices, I greatly encourage you to check out the videos that Megalag has made. Now, today, we're just going to focus on the privacy policy. To help remember what we've previously read, and to better help retain information, we're going to use the Privacy Visualizer tool that I came up with last year. I'll have a link in the description if you want to follow along, or you can go to privacyvisualizer.com. So this works best with consistency in mind. In every other privacy policy reading we've done here, we judge things as worst case scenario. If it's in the policy, we assume it's collected by default. We're going to assume that all users are just clicking allow on whatever pop-ups might be there. If they collect data, we'll mark it as blue. If it's shared data, we'll mark that as yellow. And if they sell data to third parties under the CCPA definition, then we will mark that as red. Just a reminder, if they don't sell your data, that doesn't mean they don't profit off of it. They simply do not sell it to third parties in exchange for money or advertising. That's it. Again, the Privacy Visualizer is designed to help us retain what we've previously read. This is not designed to act as a summary. You're here to watch me read the privacy policy in full, and that's how I believe it should be done. Summaries do not give you the actual insight you need to be able to make an informed decision. First things first, let's open up the privacy policy, and we'll start with the homepage at joinhoney.com and scroll all the way down to the bottom where we find this privacy link. PayPal Honey Privacy Statement. Last updated October 1st, 2025. This is a quick side note, but the last updated date can sometimes be a red flag. These policies are updated rather frequently, and if one hasn't been updated in several years, that's usually a good sign that they actually have decent privacy practices. Overview. This privacy statement, explains how PayPal Incorporated, PayPal Honey, or we, collects and processes your personal information when you visit our website, mobile applications, web browser extensions, and other services so we can provide you with insights, coupons, and promotional offers that may be available to you, collectively PayPal Honey's products or the services. So that pretty much just means that anytime we see the words PayPal Honey, we, they mean Honey. When they say services or PayPal Honey's products, they mean Honey. We revise this privacy statement from time to time to reflect the changes of our business, services, or applicable laws. We will provide reasonable notice to you of material changes to this privacy statement, such as posting notice of the changes on our website or through another reasonable communication channel. The extent that PayPal Honey has links to other websites like retailers, please note that we do not own, operate, or control them, and they have their own controlling privacy policies that you should review. This is a bit annoying, as I've seen several privacy policies actually link out the relevant privacy policies with their own, so this just sort of sucks. Categories of personal information we collect. This is where we're going to start marking blue on the Privacy Visualizer. Personal identifiers. During the registration process, we may collect your name, email address, IP address, your device's unique ID, where available, member password, and other registration information. When you sign up with your existing PayPal account, PayPal Honey sees basic profile information you provide to PayPal, like your name, email address, and country location. So, within there, we actually have 3 things to mark off. Contact information, as they collect your email address, identifiers, since they collect your device identifiers, and location, since they collect your IP address. It's worth noting that this isn't precise location information. This is only about as good as knowing what city you live in, but that still counts as location data. Information you provide when you contact us. We may also collect other information you provide when you communicate with PayPal Honey through email or other means. So communications with them counts as user content. Information you provide when you sign up through third-party accounts. If you choose to sign up through a third-party platform like Google, PayPal Honey will store this information for login purposes. Signing up through a third-party platform grants PayPal Honey access to the profile, but only to the extent allowed by your permission settings of that platform's terms of service and this privacy statement. We're going to mark this as other since there's not really a nice icon for this kind of thing. If you purchase an item on a third-party merchant's website displayed within the PayPal Honey mobile app, that merchant, not PayPal Honey, will collect, store, and process your payment information in connection with that purchase. Okay, so I think in that case, because they specifically say not PayPal Honey, they wouldn't do purchase history or financial information there, which is interesting. Commercial information. We collect information about your purchases on retail sites when using PayPal Honey. We collect information about your purchases on retail sites when using PayPal Honey, as well as shopping activity and goods or services considered on our merchants, partners, sites, businesses, or that our users transact with those purposes of obtaining services or goods, partners, or merchants. So this would count as purchase history, so we'll go ahead and mark that off. And then we're also going to mark off browsing history since they're able to track what you do between various websites. Internet or network activity. We collect the information to develop, improve, market, and provide our services. This may include data such as the type of device you're using, operating system, browser type, event stamp, error logs, information about the sites, products searched, and products shown, information about pricing and availability of other items, name of the retailer, page you view, and search queries and results. Okay, so we have a few new things to mark off here. First, this all counts as usage data, and then we have diagnostics data with those error logs, and then lastly, we have search history with that last bullet point there. To understand how you engage with our services, we use common digital tools that allow us to see if you opened an email we sent, visited a link in those emails, or generally interacted with PayPal Honey as a result of our marketing efforts. This is very common these days. There are actually email service providers that will allow you to block these kinds of tracking things for you, such as StartMail. Shopping and usage data. PayPal Honey collects the name, retailer, website domain, page views, and in some cases, product information that allows us to track the price changes and update our product catalog. We may also collect information regarding your purchases on a retail site while using PayPal Honey, for example, the transaction value and the fact that an order was completed or returned, for purposes including internal analytics, commission collection, and managing rewards. Commission collection, that's funny. This information enables us to improve our products and give insights about coupons, deals, pricing, and availability of other retail items, which we can offer to the rest of the PayPal Honey community. We may also use this information to understand your shopping history, merchant, and shopping preferences to provide you with a more tailored, relevant experience, or to show sponsored product offers that may interest you when you use the services or you use PayPal or Venmo services. I forgot that PayPal owns Venmo. As you use our services, we might also collect data such as items you save to monitor price drops, drop list, coupons, promo codes, the deals you found, a friend referral from your contacts to PayPal Honey, and stores you quote-unquote follow. So within there, we have contacts as they collect data from those referrals. Inference data. We may infer information about you, such as your preferences and shopping behavior, based on your interactions with our services, with our partners, and merchants. Sensitive personal information. We may disclose sensitive personal information as appropriate to carry out legitimate business activities allowed by law, but we do not sell or share sensitive personal information. Well, regardless if they sell it or not, they certainly collect it, so we're going to mark that as sensitive data. I also don't like one bit that they don't clarify what the sensitive information is, so that sucks. Aggregate and anonymized data. We also use the information we collect in aggregate or otherwise anonymized form. This lets us look at interactions with our site and products generally and does not identify you or any specific person. We use this general data for research, development, marketing, analytics, and to enhance the shopping experience for the PayPal Honey community. PayPal Honey does not attempt to re-identify aggregated and anonymized information, except in instances where they are necessary for determining whether the de-identification process used by PayPal satisfies the requirements under applicable law. So this pretty much just means that they separate you from your data sometimes, but they won't reattach that data unless they have to, which means that they never actually separated it from you. Yeah, an identifier is an identifier, and if you can re-identify someone after you've anonymized it, then you didn't actually anonymize it. Where we do obtain your data. We may obtain the above categories of personal information from the following different sources. From you, including your interactions with us when you are on a website that offers the services. This may include retail websites, search engines, AI chatbot sites, blogs, PayPal, Venmo, and or other services. Third parties, including service providers, retailers, and operating systems. Operating systems? What? I'm guessing Windows is the operating system there. And then connected accounts on third-party platforms you agree to link to PayPal Honey. Why we collect your data. In addition to the uses described above, we also collect your information for a variety of reasons, including to provide our services as well as the following reasons. To provide you our services, such as set up your account, create an inventory of functioning coupons, deals, pricing, and availability of retail items, to track pricing changes, to update our product catalog, commission collection. Again, that's hilarious, knowing what we know now. Let's see here. Create drop lists and managing rewards. To manage and improve our services, to make sure our products are working. It's supposed to be R, A-R-E, heads up. To make sure our products are working correctly, conduct internal analytics, to manage fraud and risk, to personalize your shopping experience, including when you use the services or when you use the PayPal or Venmo services, to provide you with more tailored and relevant experiences, or to show sponsored product offers that may interest you, see personalized recommendation feed. Associate information about you. If you use Venmo or PayPal, we may associate information about you Oh, we may associate information about your transactions and the experiences using those services to personalize content and offers and improve your use of the PayPal Honey services. Okay, so yeah, purchase history. They look at purchase history. To market our services, including when we associate information about you, to communicate with you, to comply with laws, to comply with applicable laws and rules, to enforce our agreements with you and other people when you use our services, and to provide information about your contacts. With your consent, we may collect your friends' contact information for referrals. Don't do that, by the way. Like, if you're ever prompted to share contacts with an app, don't do it. You're just giving away your friends' information without consent. It sucks. Without their consent, I should say. How we disclose your data. Okay, so here's where we're going to get into the yellow buttons. We do not sell personal information to third parties for money or share your personal information for cross-contextual behavioral advertising, including sensitive personal information for cross-context behavioral advertising. We may disclose your sensitive information as appropriate to carry out legitimate business activities allowed by law. We may disclose your personal information with your consent or in ways you would expect, as we explain here. Okay, here we go. We may disclose information with the following categories of third parties. With our service providers, businesses that work with and for us for the purposes of running PayPal Honey and fulfilling our commitment to you. These services include businesses that perform services on our behalf, including to help us maintain our products, manage coupons, and offers to provide support for legal, banking, security protection. And okay, so payment processing means they have financial information, so we're going to mark that. Our own marketing, customer service, please know that when we disclose information with our service providers, it is for the purposes outlined in this privacy statement and not for their independent use, right? So they share information for the third-party services to use to benefit PayPal Honey as a service rather than that service collecting the data for their own personal use. The personal information we disclose may include your identification information, your shopping and usage data, internet or network activity, commercial information, inferences, and sensitive personal information. Okay, they made it really easy for us right at the end there. They may share everything, which they described when we filled out this grid, which means that we're now going to mark off everything as yellow. Nice. With PayPal companies, to manage rewards and personalize your use of services and your use of PayPal or Venmo services. This personal information we disclose may include your identification information, your shopping and usage data, and commercial information. With your consent, to partners and merchants that you and we interact with to help ourselves and our partners and merchants personalize services when you shop with PayPal so you can have a better, more relevant experience. Personal information we disclose includes, for example, products, brands, size, preference, and styles we think you'd like. If you decide that you would prefer to no longer participate in sharing the personalized PayPal offers, you may change your preferences in your account settings. If you opt out, we will continue to disclose your personal information necessary to complete the transactions you initiate, but not to disclose personal information to partners and merchants for personalized experience when you pay with PayPal. Oof, that's a mouthful. With authorities, as required by law, or to comply with or respond to valid government requests, or when we believe in good faith that it's necessary to protect our rights, protect our safety, or protect the safety of others, or investigate fraud. The personal information we disclose may include your identification information, shopping and usage data, internet network activity, commercial information, and sensitive personal information. With a buyer or successor, if PayPal Incorporated is involved in a merger, acquisition, or similar corporate transaction. If that happens, you will be provided with reasonable notice of any change in ownership, as well as any choices you have as a result. The personal information we disclose may include your identification information, your shopping, and usage data. Okay, that's all pretty normal. How we protect your data. Now, before we look at this, I just want to quickly share this really fun and quirky article that shows that PayPal had a data breach this year where they had almost 16 million customer credentials leaked. How fun! Additionally, they also had another data breach just 2 years ago, and another one just 2 years before that. In fact, they've had a sizable data breach every 2 to 3 years on average. And that's been the case since at least 2014. So for over a decade now, they've proven that they don't do a very good job of protecting your data. I'll have links in the description. The security of this information is important to us. We have a team dedicated to protecting your information and have put in place physical, electronic, and procedural safeguards. These measures include limiting access, using encryption, testing for vulnerabilities, advanced malware detection, employing pseudonymization, I hate that word, and anonymization techniques, and more. Despite our efforts, we can't guarantee that user information will not be accessed, viewed, disclosed, altered, or destroyed as a result of a breach of any of our safeguards. You provide us with information at your own risk. That's true with any company, mind you, but PayPal, again, is particularly bad with data retention. Oh, and that's actually our next thing. How long we store your personal information. We retain personal information for as long as needed or permitted in context of the purpose of which it was collected and consistent with applicable law. The criteria used to determine our retention period is as follows. Personal information used for ongoing relationship between you and PayPal Honey is stored for the duration of the relationship plus a period of 10 years unless we need to keep it longer, such as a legal obligation which we are subject, consistent with applicable law, litigation, investigations, audits, compliance practices, and to protect against legal claims. So if you stopped using PayPal Honey last year as a result of Megalag's video, they still have your data for another 9 years stored in their databases. So for an additional 9 more years, your data is at risk of a data breach. And again, remember, they have on average 2 to 3 data breaches, or they have one data breach every 2 to 3 years. So if you stopped using Honey last year as a result of that video, you are likely going to experience, on average, 3 more data breaches with your data being associated with them. That sucks. They need to delete their data way more frequently than that. Data disclosed to PayPal is subject to data retention periods as set in the PayPal privacy statement. Oh, great. So now I need to read an entire other privacy policy just to fully understand this one. Thanks for that. How we use cookies and similar technologies. Like most other online services, PayPal Honey uses cookies, pixel tags, web beacons, and other online tracking technologies, we'll just call them cookies, sure, to collect some of the data discussed in this privacy statement. This helps us operate our products, analyze engagement and usage, and to provide relevant and personalized shopping experience. See below to learn how you can manage your cookie preferences. Some cookies can be temporary, session cookies, those used for navigating your browser, and disappear once you close it. Others last longer, persistent cookies like those that ask to remember your login. And those are saved to your computer until you delete them. That's true. That is how cookies work. Check out my cookies video if you want to learn more. Our use of cookies and other similar technologies fall into the following general categories. Essential. We may use cookies, web beacons, and other similar technologies that are necessary for the operation of our site services and applications and tools. This includes technology that you access to our site services, applications, and tools that are required to identify irregular site behavior, prevent fraudulent activity, and provide security, or that allow you to make use of functions such as shopping carts, saved search, or similar functions. Performance. We may use cookies, web beacons, and other similar technologies to access the performance of our websites, applications, services, tools, including as a part of our analytic practices to help understand how our visitors use our services, determining if you have interacted with our messaging, determine whether you have viewed a website item or link, to improve our website's content, browser extensions, applications, services, or tools. Functionality. We may use cookies, web beacons, and other similar technologies that allow us to offer you enhanced functionality when accessing or using our sites, services, applications, or tools. This may include identifying you when you sign into our sites to keep track of your specified preferences, interests, or past items that you have viewed, so we may enhance the presentation of content on our sites. That's interesting. Marketing. We may use first-party or third-party cookies and web beacons to deliver content. So deliver. So that means that they would show you ads. They're not sending out ads. So yeah, that still counts as not them selling data. They're shoving ads in lieu of making money off of ads, kind of like how YouTube works. We may use first-party or third-party cookies and web beacons to deliver content, including ads relevant to your interests on our site or on third-party sites. This includes using technology to understand the usefulness to you of the advertisements and content that you've been delivered to you, such as whether you have clicked on an advertisement. Right. Any personal sensitive information that we collect and store through the use of these technologies for categories other than essential are based on your settings, managed through a conspicuous disclosure on our website. You can change your preferences in your account and settings at any time. If you want to disable cookies entirely, your browser or mobile device might have an option for doing that. For more information, including instructions on how to disable cookies, please visit allaboutcookies.org. Your choices for managing your data. We've made it easy to opt out of PayPal Honey's products at any time. Well, other than their data retention, but sure. You can always adjust your personal settings regarding what information you shared and how PayPal Honey communicates with you by going on your account page, clicking on the personalized or email headings. Please note that limiting the information you offer to provide may impact PayPal Honey's ability to provide certain deals and products to you. If you want to stop using the PayPal browser extension, we have instructions on our website on how to uninstall the extension. If you have any issues, you can contact our support team for assistance by sending an email to yourfriends@joinhoney.com. You can also uninstall the PayPal Honey mobile app in the same way you would uninstall other mobile apps from your mobile device. If you would like to delete your profile or personal information, you can always ask us by emailing privacy@joinhoney.com. We will delete any personal information we have, although the following exceptions apply. 1. We may still store your personal information if we need it to meet our legal compliance obligations and/or to defense against legal claims. And 2, we may also continue to store your personal data in an aggregated and anonymized format that doesn't identify you and can't be attributed to you even after you've deleted your profile. Wait, there's a little read more button here. Oh, look, that's sneaky. This hides part of the privacy policy from the search result. Your data protection rights. Okay, so this probably covers things like if you live in certain states. Most policies have a separate document for this or simply put it into the main one. Hiding it is kind of weird to me. If you use PayPal Honey, you have some rights when it comes to your data depending on the jurisdiction in which you reside and subject to applicable exceptions and differential differences amongst various state laws. The rights that you may have include the following. Right to delete. You can ask us to delete the personal information we have about you. Right to know your information. You can ask us for a list of categories of personal information we have about you, the categories of such sources from which we get the personal information, the business purposes for which we collect personal information, and the categories of third parties with whom it is shared. You can also see it in this privacy statement. You can also ask for a copy of the pieces of personal information we have about you. Right to know third parties. You can ask us for a list of third parties which we have disclosed personal information. Your right to request a copy of your personal information. If you want to make a request to know about the personal data we've collected about you in the past 12 months, you have choices. You or an authorized agent can contact us through the Contact Us web form on the help page, help.joinhoney.com, or by email at privacy@joinhoney.com. Your right to correct your personal information. Log into your account and correct information you previously added. For example, you can edit your address in your settings and then contact us and request that we correct specific information. Certain state laws also provide residents of those states with the right to opt out of the sale, disclosing of personal information in exchange for money or other consideration, or sharing, disclosing of personal information for cross-contextual behavior advertising of your personal information or use of personal information for certain types of targeted advertising. Global Privacy Control Settings is a browser setting that notifies website owners of the user's privacy preferences regarding selling or sharing their personal information for cross-context behavioral advertising. PayPal does not respond to Global Privacy Control Signal because we do not sell or share your data. If you are a California resident, learn more about how we handle your privacy rights. And then in here, there's a page that shows you how many people have requested they delete these things and how many they've complied with. It's kind of interesting if you like looking at that kind of thing. To exercise any of these rights, you or your authorized agent can contact us through the Contact Us web form on our help page, help.joinhoney.com, or by email at privacy@joinhoney.com. For requests to delete, know, obtain, copy, or correct, we will confirm your receipt of request within 10 days, and we will provide a response to you within 45 days of your request. That's the longest one I've seen so far in one of these. Though in some exceptional cases, it might take longer. If that happens, we'll let you know. Okay, at least I'll let you know. We may ask you to provide us with information such as your name, email address, necessary to reasonably verify your identity before responding to your request. We will compare the information you submit against our internal business records to verify your identity. If you can't verify your identity, we will not be able to fill your request. If we deny your request as a whole or in part, you may have the right to appeal a decision. In such a circumstance, we will provide you with information regarding the appeals process. That said, we will not discriminate or retaliate against you for exercising any of your privacy rights. To learn more about the categories of personal information that PayPal Honey uses, please see the section of this privacy statement called What Data We Collect and Why. So we already read through that. To learn more about the limited ways in which we disclose data for our business purposes, that is to a service provider, and the categories of those service providers, please see the section of this privacy statement, How We Disclose Your Data. Great, we already read through that too. Please note that while PayPal Honey provides tools to manage your privacy as described in this privacy statement, we do not support Do Not Track browser settings at this time. Most websites don't. It's actually why Firefox has ended up removing it. There's still ways that you can get access to it. I think like LibreWolf still has that by default. You also have a right to request this information in an accessible alternative format. If you have a disability and would like access to this privacy statement in an alternative format, please contact us by email or mail as detailed below. Okay, so I'm really glad we had a look at that. Hopefully that's not the only hidden chunk. Notice of financial incentive. If you are a California resident, you have a right to receive this notice of financial incentive. Our rewards program, sometimes referred to as Honey Gold or PayPal Rewards, is offered with PayPal Together Rewards and provides you with the ability to earn points on eligible purchases, eligible PayPal transactions, or completing other actions such as referring a friend. Again, avoid referring friends to this kind of stuff. That is just a data collection nightmare. These rewards can be earned through our web browser extension, the PayPal Honey app, or through the checkout and can be redeemed for gift cards, PayPal transaction discounts, or cash back with a valid PayPal balance account. You can earn rewards on purchases from eligible merchants, eligible PayPal transactions, or other activity. The rewards are subject to these PayPal Reward Program agreement. Additional terms and exclusions may apply and are presented at the time the reward is offered or saved. To manage rewards, the following personal information is collected: identifiers such as your name, email address, and account location, shopping and usage information such as shopping history, transaction value, and returns, preferred merchants or categories, internet or network activity such as IP address, inferences drawn from one or more of the above, including a consumer's shopping history that reflects a consumer's shopping preferences. You opt into rewards by registering for the Honey services. You have a right to opt out of the rewards program by contacting customer support at privacy@joinhoney.com, or you may uninstall or delete your account at any time. To form the basis of the rewards offered, PayPal Honey made the following good faith estimate of the value of the consumer's data based on the rewards granted by the business divided by the number of active participants we've had over the past 12 months. We estimate the value of users' personal information to be valued at $15 per user. That's interesting. Minors. We created PayPal Honey for the exclusive use of adults 18 and older. We don't knowingly collect or solicit personal information from children. If you are a child under 18, please do not attempt to use or register for PayPal Honey products or send any personal information to us. Oh boy. If we learn we have collected more personal information from someone under 18, we will delete this information as quickly as possible. If you are a parent or guardian or of a child you think may have given us some personal information or posted information on public portions of PayPal Honey's products, please let us know at privacy@joinhoney.com. We will help you remove it. Okay, great. So if you are a parent who has a kid who has been using Honey or, say, downloading on all of the computers in the house, you can email privacy@joinhoney.com to remove that data associated with your children. I greatly encourage you to do this to protect your child's safety. If you haven't seen Megalag's second video on the series, I encourage you to watch that too, as it highlights how sponsorship spots for Honey were targeted towards children. How to contact us. If you have any questions about our privacy policies or practices, please contact our privacy officer at privacy@joinhoney.com, or you can write us a letter at PayPal Honey, PayPal Corporate Headquarters. And that's it. I hope you learned something today, and I hope now you're able to make an informed decision. Knowledge is power against these corporations, and you just gained some of that power. If you like what I do here, consider supporting me over at patreon.com/rejectconvenience. And if there's a privacy policy you'd like me to read, please leave a comment and I'll add it to the list. As always, please be kind and patient with each other, and peace.